No, I'm just gonna crawl under the table. I'm just gonna pop up on the camera. Hi. So, yes. So Bailey and Alex, we met through theater stuff. You know, like you have known forever, practically. Like I'm trying
At
to
least
think.
10 years.
The first show I ever worked on. I'll let your dog over there whining. That'll be great in the backtrack. There's a whining demo. We'll have to get a few shots of your dog so people realize what alien that is making that sound.
Definitely is. I feel like I could record his noises and like send it to like zombie movies. Like,
use
did you need sound?
It's funny since I've been playing with sound stuff. It's like you ever see those like the sound guys that have the boom and the little like recording bag. Like I just want to get that set up so I can just like record everything now and like mess with it. And later on, I'll show you like when you play with EQ, like you'll take like your main EQ4 or whatever, pull it all the way up, and you're like as you pull it through. It's really weird. So I worked the very first play was Dracula. I don't know how far back you go.
Okay, so that would for me be 8 years. Dracula was in 2012.
And here's what's really funny about that. That was Dexter's first big play on the Little Theater side. Mark and Evan really are what pulled me back, because like Dracula was not fun for me. It really kind of sucked.
I got to fly people and stuff.
That was
it
cool.
was awesome.
No, you and JR right off from the bat scared the shit out of me. Like JR just
I get that a lot.
And you already had a pretty good reputation over there, so everybody kind of knew you. And JR was like the head fly guy. So that was fun.
Intimidating, Alex. Did I scare you?
At first, yeah.
Oh, whatever. You were following around more than BMO.
It was the first show we worked on. You were just like scary. I was like,
what show was that?
Yeah, I'm trying to think what was your first show.
It was the Wild Kratts or whatever that.
Oh man, that was like a dream come
Kinky
true for me.
Boots.
And Kinky Boots. That was your first big show, really?
It was Wild Kratts.
God damn it, you seem like you were around
That
longer.
was a chill show too.
Kinky Boots. That was the only one of the shows I was ever scared of.
You wanna know?
They didn't seem to know what they were doing, and when they pulled that one set piece apart and they had that desk on top just fall, and everyone was like, oh, whatever. I'm like, you guys are like really bad, scary errors, and you don't give a shit. This is not a good place.
It's all in the details.
The scariest was the magician with all the duct tape. Remember that guy?
The magician with
the sketchy genie list?
Yeah, the genies that were definitely not okay.
Just hang over here, see what's mom. Ah, she just. Oh my god, she let loose the beast.
I had to. He's gonna destroy it.
Okay. Yeah, hang on.
Oh,
Alright, so this is the crazy alien we have in the background. I'm sure all you can see is his head. Oh gosh. And that's really all there is. Demo. And really, it wouldn't be a big deal, but we're trying to avoid dog fights.
Yes, I started in high school. I did some stage managing and
Oh, that's cool.
everything.
And
Like I do
everything.
now.
And now, Alex, that's probably where you got your starting from, was the...
Kinda. The first show I worked, I was actually in orchestra.
Really?
Yeah, so I was a percussionist playing the big timpanis for Adam's Family my sophomore year.
Oh, cool.
And then I was like, I like tech. So then I kept switching back and forth, and even working when I was in orchestra, I'd also work on tech. So
Nice.
I mean, technically we're right.
we are.
I went to Western. And he went to Central.
Where's your dog? That's not my dog. Mark Mansell.
Hey!
Star of the show is people. You just don't see it.
It's intermission.
Let's all go. Get stuck. I think it went through the cat door. It got stuck in the back room with his big head.
So he fits through the hole in the door.
Evidently. And then he got scared of not how to get out. Hey,
Bimo!
Bimo.
This is not... No.
Nice.
Why? No!
Stop talking about it. Make me self-conscious.
This is gonna be fun to edit.
I have no idea what I'm doing with this. This was gonna take some time because I was working on a cooking thing. I was really probably gonna finish first before I.
What was the...
That's for the egg thing, yeah, or the bread thing that I was taking the photos of. Actually, I'll show you. It's on the other SD card. I'll show you what that looked like. I might have to fix a little bit. I don't know. Like the one I was playing was for. I was literally throwing a video together today. I was like, well, in between stuff in like 2 hours. And yeah, I still thinking around with that, but just to keep people up to date-ish of what's going on, because I had a lot of weird sound stuff I had to figure out, and it's never ending. I don't know what happened. I think she's killing Beemo. Nope, Beemo killed her.
Beemo killed her.
It'll be fine. It'll be great.
Dog.
Hey, Beemo. I think you just have to keep them, hold them,
Come here.
sedate them.
Good girl.
Maybe you just need to give them Benadryl all the time. Just keep them
It
choked
didn't
up.
do anything.
Really didn't slow them down.
No.
All right, so there were supposed to be questions. I have used none of anything that I had posed except the stuff I'm making up. But he actually is doing things properly.
So
What do
you
you got?
want me to go in order? Or
Well, hey, it's all
You're
you,
the
man.
host.
So,
Yeah, you're kind of.
this ain't my channel.
You've been the quietest person this year yet, but yes, you do have like more format. I just threw it all up in acting like
Okay.
myself.
So for both of you guys,
Oh, my two first.
yeah, what motivates you to stay working on those long show days?
The fact that I'm one person that helps entertain a lot of people, thousands of people sometimes, and so I just know that I got to do what I got to do to get it done, I guess.
And no sleep.
No comment on any of that. Anyway.
Next.
But no, I think that's like I kind of
it's my job.
right, exactly. I think there's different people. Like the one time Pete was talking about, you mentioned about going on the road and how cool that would be, and Pete's like, well, you know, when you're on the road, there's no taking any time off or something like that. I'm like, there's no option here to me either. I got a show, I have a show call, I got to be, you know what I mean?
You know what you're getting into,
Right.
so.
So
It's not like a 9 to 5 job. Like
No.
it's a passion job, or like you either are in it or you.
yeah, people think it's like crazy. They'll have those weekends where they'll get up at like 4 in the morning to make sure for the truck at 6, and then technically you get like 2 couple-hour breaks, but then you come back, set the show up, and then you hang around, run the show, and then you got to tear the show back down or set it back up, and you get back home at like 2 in the morning. That's just what you do. And other people look at you like, oh, we never.
It's not necessarily like what keeps me going. It's just like I just know that's what it is.
And what about you? It's just because
Iced coffee
nice coffee.
and working with good vibes. Like,
That does make a big difference. Having a good crew.
because like if there's a shitty crew,
Who's your crew?
well, you guys obviously. Hey,
Hey, no.
we're working
Big,
it.
big. Why do you want to harass her?
He just wants to play. He just always wants to
No,
play.
no.
And then he
I'm a
wants
little
to
bit
run
quicker.
around in circles because he can start playing. He wants to
It's
play.
like playing whack-a-mole.
One more week and we go train.
That's gonna be great. All right, so we covered the motivation kind of thing for the most part. All right, what's your next question?
Let me think about it. What is better, maintenance work or loading in a show?
Oh, load-ins for me.
Load-ins.
I love load-ins. Load-ins and load-outs, especially load-outs. The mixture of motivation, everybody wants to get the hell out. So there's always an element of danger because everybody came back and it's either a mixture of really tired or really high. So there's that. So you know people are not quite the right frame of brain, and everybody just wants to get done and get the hell home. So I find a lot of fun with that.
I have positives for both, I guess. Like for loading in new tours, it's cool to like meet new people that you've never met.
Good for you. I never meet anybody. I meet like one
You're
person.
the people person.
And I know, supposedly.
And then
Sorry.
like for maintenance work, it's just like you have our small group.
I guess it depends on maintenance. Yeah.
I don't know.
All right. With that, so what was one of your favorite like load-ins then? Just the load-in parts. Your favorite story, moment, whatever.
Well, my least favorite was for what was that show that we did back in October?
Oh fuck! That's the person
Which
asking that shit.
Stop. Beautiful.
Beautiful. Yeah,
That
that was
cruise
shit.
sucked.
That was shit out there.
So
That, I don't know, man. Overall, that was a really weird show. Trying to think of
I
what
got
else.
to do 2 jobs for that show.
Around that one.
I
can't
ran
remember.
spot and I was house lights and had to communicate. So I was like
all
double
over.
headsetting it up, running in between our board and a spotlight.
I don't know why they don't have someone else up on Spot. But, I mean, Spot's usually pretty.
I think there was an issue. I think someone got covered like
you
that.
could have slapped me on it.
Someone didn't show up, or like there was an
Where were you?
issue that I had to take
For the
over.
ride.
For the run, I was supposed to be props, so I was backstage next to the ropes, and then the mic the tall dude, Mike, he was also on props, and they only needed 2, and they already had the 2, and I was like, but my schedule says props, so...
No, that's right,
so
you got paid to hang out.
I literally just sat back there, and then, like, Mike messed something up during the run, and I was like, I fixed it.
That's funny, I remember that, girl teasing you about that, like, there's pings.
Yeah, that was the first show, like...
I mean, that's what I usually get paid to do at work.
Is Todd the one with the dreads?
No, that's...
blonde hair.
I forget that guy's name. That dude cracks me up. He's not a bad guy, but...
Cool.
Dude with the dreads that's short.
Austin?
He wears, like, a white hard hat.
He's just an older cat. Like,
the older Alex.
Yeah, the other Alex. That's right.
Alex.
He's a nicer guy, but he always tries to talk like he knows, like, everything. Almost all those guys do that are like, man, I've been doing this for 30 years, I know a better way. Yeah, I guess. I have to admit, I'm still pretty new to the scene, so I don't admit I know all that much, but...
oh, here's a long one.
A long one?
I like some long.
Would you prefer working with a crew that is not organized and mean, but the show runs smoothly, or a crew that is very organized and nice, but the show runs not?
It's all about the show, really. That's what the patrons are paying for. That's what makes the house roll, so it's all about the show.
Yeah, it's all about the show.
So, I'm not wrong, I would prefer to have a fun crew, but...
Yeah.
All about the show, man.
I mean, I've definitely had 1 or 2 shows come in where you can tell no one fucking gets along. Oh, they come in, they do the show, and then they're like fucking...
But that sometimes is better, though.
Loadout, and then they go to their motel rooms and they do their own...
But that's sometimes better. They're just almost like automatons. They're in their group, they're in that group, this goes this way, that goes that way, no one's saying a damn word, and boop, they're out.
It was kind of like that.
But how miserable.
I wouldn't want to do it. That's why I never tour.
It was like one of the ballets that came in December. And it was like one dude from their loadout, and he helped load us all in, and then he had to go to the next show.
Oh, that's because they spoke English.
Oh, was that the Russian one?
That's the Russian one. Yeah, that's the Russian ballet group. They don't speak English. You should have heard me and her trying to fucking go through the lighting after.
Dimitri was not too bad.
She's
Horrible.
Dimitri can speak
Russian.
English.
Who speaks no English.
Bimo.
Hey!
Babes. Thanks for
You
going.
want this?
Bimo.
Bimo. You want this?
Alright, next question. Next question!
What has been your top 3 favorite shows to work on?
Oh, that's a
Top 3?
stupid question. You want me to narrow that down?
If you want to. Or you can do 5. Or 1. I don't care.
It's weird. Like, all my shows kind of blur together. I mean, like, I've had a lot of fun.
Yeah, they definitely blur together.
Like, my most fun, not even like, the whole show itself blurs away, just the people had a lot of fun with, which wasn't fair, was actually Mamma Mia for me. I had so much fun on Mamma Mia. Like, the show was so stupid, but building it, tearing it apart, everything in between, the people I know was great. The show itself, from what I remember, actually got really great reviews and everything. But I don't even remember the show. I just had a good time with the people, so.
I'm so glad you enjoyed that show.
Everyone else was like,
I would love that show to just disintegrate.
I had a blast. I forget, like, because then they pull you into something you really don't want to do, or was that Eric? Somebody got pulled, like, I'm not really supposed to be doing this. Why am I here doing this? Was that you or Eric on
Probably
that
both of us.
Could have been.
Sounds like my everyday life.
Then Eric towards the end was walking around with Eric like, I'm just not even here anymore. Yeah, okay, fine. And I'm like, oh shit, here we go. So, not always the worst way to handle it though. But, so I'm guessing that was one of your top 5 worst shows that was on.
Well, you can do top whatever.
You always remember the worst ones more than the best ones, don't you?
They're definitely memorable.
Right.
The worst.
Alright, so this wasn't professional. My worst show was my first show. Dracula fucking sucked. The director came in, her first thing was, it's better worded, but practically was, it's my way or get the hell out. And I'm like, great. This is going to be great. And yeah, like Tony, as you already said, he was the lead. He was kind of a schmuck. You and JR, practically as soon as I walk in from the, like, here's these people in a dark place, and Dark just leering at me like, fuck you doing here, man? You're not part of this crew. Like, great, here we go. So yeah, I don't even know why I kept coming back other than Evan. Like, I can build stuff and I can fuck it up and you don't care? I'll be back. And Evan, he's just a great personality. So now we got you beating the hell out of plastic in the background now. The Foley sound effects is provided by Demo. So I guess that's kind of one extreme to the other. I don't even know if I can remember 5 shows coherently together. Seriously.
Oh, I only said 3.
Oh, was it 3? Okay, 5. Where am I? I don't know. What do you got then, man? 'Cause I know.
Well, obviously my first one would be Bohemian. Yeah, it's a great time. Second one would be.
Yeah, these are your questions. You don't have.
You should have been
answers
preloaded for
prepared?
this shit, right? You should
What?
bam.
This
You
is
should be
like the
killing us.
shittiest 20Q ever. Like,
Where's your questions?
I told.
She's
was
technically like a
honest
special
and
guest.
saying-
We rescheduled this for Bailey's head movie.
Yeah.
So she's a special guest. She can get cover up. Meanwhile, you're killing me.
I mean, I am the exception to all rules. Anyways.
Yeah, probably Bohemian Group.
He's got stage fright.
That's the only show he's done.
That's all he got, right? I was important. The people liked me. Kraft was so kind. We're still friends.
Blooming Goots, Kinky Boots, and then the Circus.
Oh, circus, whatever.
Search LA.
Yeah, I forget what we had here. Yeah, circus are usually pretty cool. That was one of the most difficult spots I ever did because they had that couple that were not only ascending and descending up and down, they were spinning.
Mm-hmm.
That was so wild to try to like. I can't even motion what that was like. It was so weird. I don't know if you ever had to do that spinning, lifty, uppy, but actually,
I watched that whole show from Second Coast.
I have to say,
I was trying so hard to figure out how they were changing clothes and shit. I was
doing the change out.
What are you? How are you?
Quick change.
She died.
I was curious how long the battery. Oh, that one did?
Yeah.
I can live with that one off. That's fine. That's fine. That's.
I mean, how do you know what that one is?
We probably just been rolling with nothing.
It could be. That's fine. That's fine.